Hello, greetings. There's the chat room questions, and without further ado, here we go. Blessings. Greetings, I am Yeshua. Blessings. Many are going to feel themselves different, a new version of them, a new you, as the energies of the earth awaken, as you connect more to your higher self and the higher realms. So when you are ready,
Yes, thank you. Hello.
blessings.
Blessings. Thank you. First is Danielle Spencer. Hello. Does my father have a lot of Zeta?
Zeta, but also reptilian. Reptilian is most of his vibration. It does cause conflict within his thinking patterns. He can't always think correctly because it's the reptilian way of having all knowledge, and where he doesn't always have all that knowledge at times. There's conflict within the mind, basically, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Second question. Are there any messages for me? Thank you and much love.
What is the name of this individual again?
Danielle Spencer.
Ah, yes. Well, yes, the angels, Michael has been around you a lot recently, healing your heart chakra, healing your connection with your father, actually. Also, the mother connection he's been healing also. As you have many lifetimes with him during the Roman time period and also Atlantean. The Atlantean connections, you were very close. The Roman, they kind of became distant. And here you are, here to reconnect. But I believe this is your last incarnation as for family connection, at least on this planet. I believe if you have future ones, it'll be mostly brother and sister type of relationship, I'd say. Blessings.
Okay, I might have a hard time probably pronouncing the name, but Inuki?
It's fine.
Yeah, sorry. I've been trying to quit porn and masturbation, but now I'm coming close to the tipping point of falling off the wagon. Could you give me some advice to help me stay on track?
Some of that is that will take some time to fully release. Is insecurities here on this earth that you're connecting to, or it's difficult to connect. A lot of that's your Zeta vibrations you are connecting to, where it's making it difficult for you to find yourself here. In other realities, it was very easy. Here, it's not so much. It's very isolating. It's done on purpose for many to not connect as they would do in other realities. They're also very Pleiadian. And the Pleiadian vibration has to do with a lot of the relationship aspects that you crave on. So clearing this is your heart chakra connection will help release. I would say roots, but it's mostly in your heart chakra. If you go into your heart chakra, you might see some of this vibration to help you become more the person you wish to be, basically, for healing purposes. Blessings.
Okay, second question. How correct is Buddhism and the Divine Love Path led by A.J. Miller? Thank you.
It is correct as it needs to be at one moment for those that are connecting to it. But those that don't feel like they're connecting to as much as they need to, they go to other places, as you can see. But there are many positive aspects you can connect to that and use it in your life, but not all of it will fit everyone. There's different versions of it for everyone. I mean, there's parts of it that do not click with everyone, as you can see. But go on the path that you wish to. Take from it what works for you, and then if other parts of it does not, there's no worry. That is along with all religions. Take what works and then combine them if you wish. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Crystal Snow. Any messages from my spirit guide, Stefan?
There are other lifetimes you've had where you're very active, very athletic, even an Olympian also. I believe you feel some of those vibrations of wishing to be active. In some ways, it's causing conflict in this lifetime. You're not as active as you'd like to. But if you connect to those Olympic lifetimes, I believe it will help understand why you chose this life as being not as active. The reason for that is to discover another side of yourself, basically. But in many of your lifetimes, you're very active, though. And I believe so after this lifetime. But in this one, it is good to be in one place. As an Olympian, you're everywhere. So, and sometimes you miss things. You miss people that you're always traveling. But in this lifetime, you chose a different path, as you can see. Blessings.
Okay. Second question. Any messages from the angels and blessings?
Yes, at times you might feel like there's a room of angels around you, mostly during your nighttime as they are watching over you, and you are visiting them in the higher realms. And you're connecting to your youth in the higher realms also. And you're bringing much of that back at times. As for spiritual vibrations, to keep your soul young in this earthly environment. I also do see, at least what they say, is there's things in this environment that you would change to make it better for others. In other realities, you can do that much easier. And this one is more, in some ways, it's a little bit more difficult. But you are doing it in your own way. As for changing the vibration, they say you're connecting more to your higher self a moment. Of law of attraction, as for what is it that you want, you connect more with that, you will feel that vibration because you're already in tune with it. You educate or to use action with it to attract things towards you. Imagine we'll see that it is your laws of attraction. You've had very strong connection with other lifetimes. You can reactivate that within yourself here in this realm if you wish to do so, of course. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Raw N. Can I receive an infusion for assistance with focusing my mind during meditation?
Yes, so the Arcturians would be excellent for that. Blessings.
Okay. Second question. Since today is my birthday, do I have an extra special message? Thank you. Much love.
Well, your other aspects have the same birthday in different realities, of course. Well, yes, your angels want you to know that you have an aspect on a dinosaur world where you can ride one, and you're very connected to the dinosaur in another Earth reality. But they're very kind. They're not eating people. But for the most part, they're very kind. That is the message at this time. Blessings.
Okay. Next is Moses. Can my wife get healing for all the difficult things she has to go through?
Of course, she's already receiving the healing already, but she's also going through the lessons that she needs to learn. Some of this has to do with karma. A lot of this is karma. She's aware of it in some ways. But she will receive the healing, what is needed. She is keeping a lot of it back so she can learn these lessons. Blessings.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot the second. I didn't read the second part. It was, what is her contract? But I think you answered it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. My second question is there a message or prediction for me about the coming year? Oops. Page moved.
Only message there is to that is that you have control over your future. Mm-hmm. So you already know the answer. It's just you have to connect to it. What do you feel your future? What is in store? If you have a blank slate, you can fill it with whatever you want. I believe you will fill it with good things. You've had enough of the other. So focus on what is it that you want and attract it towards you. Blessings.
Okay, and Thomas Pedersen is next. I've met some girls which like owl figurines. Do they have past lives with owl collectives? Oh wait, hold on. I think I read that wrong. I've met some girls which like owl figurines. Do these have past lives with owl collectives?
Of course. Owl collective, one moment. You're in the bat collective. Yes. Blessings.
Okay. Second question. I could see a vision of a small owl being with vertical pupils working very fast inside a light ship. Is this an actual owl extraterrestrial? There seems to be an owl outside here in the forest making hue hue sounds, a bird. Does this mean anything?
Well, yes, they're sending messages to their owl collective and the aliens and their Garthian. Your animals here are connected to your Garthia, as you are aware. They're always sending messages. They're some of them are chattering a lot because they're very talkative, and they just have a lot to say because they connect to the human consciousness. And they say, hopefully, for example, hopefully Patty is feeling better, or hopefully John gets over his cold, or things like that. You'd be surprised what they talk about. Blessings.
And next is Denise, 1111. Who assisted me in finding my female orange tabby cat named Pumpkin?
Who's to assist her?
No, who assisted?
Who assisted?
Yeah, her in finding her orange tabby cat.
The angels assisted. They're not going into detail, just the angels.
Okay. And any messages from the cardinal birds in my yard?
Yes, they like to make you laugh. I'm not sure if they do make you laugh, but they like to make you laugh. They like your laugh. Let's put it that way. Well, they do see a chuckle when they are around. So they like your vibration when they are around. So they enjoy it. Yes, you have a past life connection with them. Definitely, you will be able to connect to that. A lot of it is connected to your Garthian vibrations. But yes, they travel to you because they know exactly who you are. It is for you to know who they are, though. From what I see, it's two males. But it's not being too clear, though. Lessons.
Okay. Next is Mia Morgan. I would like to start voice channeling my higher self. Could you ask if this will happen? I know I have to be patient, but is there a potential time frame this will happen?
Well, just to exercise this ability. Your spirit guide, your higher self, yes, connecting to your higher self most likely will help you this channeling ability. Just there seems to be a lot of hesitation around you to open yourself up. Once you open yourself up once, there's no going back. But that's a good thing. So there's hesitation of allowing someone to connect. But I believe you are on your way, though. So the time frame is on your clock. You have the power of that time. It could be now, if you wish. Blessings.
And second question, what advice does my higher self give me to learn to channel?
Just to let it go. Let go of what conscious channeling is the beginning stages of it. Get comfortable with that first. When you're already in that state, chanting would be good. Languages. Allow the language to come through, galactic language. But also open yourself up. It does seem like toning will help you channel. That is what I'm saying. It's allow the being to come through. Blessings.
Okay. Next is Braden H. Are there any messages for me from my higher self, guides, or those around me?
Right now you're wanting patience, also attention to detail, it seems. 1 moment. Of those around you, as it does seem like their guides are connecting to you and you can become more aware of it. I also do see a financial situation there is not exactly the best, as is with most. Realize you can clear the vibration in your mind to make it feel clear of what kind of financial cash you want in your hand. Imagine it makes sense. Sometimes it's been fuzzy because part of you is not wanting funds for certain lessons. I believe you're coming out of that from what I see. This is what I'm connected to. Blessings.
Okay. Second question. Can you tell me what I have been doing in astral lately? I can only seem to remember bits and pieces. Have a beautiful day.
You're connecting to the Arcturians, but the bird Arcturians. Those that look like a bird, basically. 1 moment. Yes. Some look like eagles, some look like hawks. There's different, many of your birds are within their vibration. Those are the ones you've been connected to a lot recently. So, interesting and funny, it does seem like one of them, I believe it's a parakeet. You might find this humorous. I know there's no money in astral, but one of them you say, oh, is it your money? I believe it's a parakeet. So, and you're humanoid always. You're humanoid that goes to the Arcturian realms. And of course, it's not real money, but that is how you're connecting to them. Blessings.
Okay. And next, Stephen Davies. I was in bed. I saw the sun within my mind. It was great. Then my body started to vibrate. What was going on?
You're connecting to the sun's vibration, going to a higher dimension within the sun. I believe you're going to another part of the universe also. You didn't fully go there, but it gives you indication that you can fly throughout the dimensions. You have a close connection to the sun, as you had many lifetimes there. This sun and other suns. Yes, I'll leave you with that. Blessings.
Okay. And any messages for him? Thanks a lot.
Yes, this sun you're connecting to. You're also receiving knowledge of your Arcturian connections, your Palladian and Syrian connections. As within the sun, you go into the sun and go to these places. These are just to name a few. And you share your healing with these species. Those friends of yours from other lifetimes, because some of them, you go places of conflict also to share, to use your talents to connect. Because some of them are going through conflict same as this world. But as you do this, you're asking them for assistance on this world. Because some of them have incarnated here, and then they incarnated there and brought some of their karma to those places. So you're asking for assistance on this world in your own way. Blessings.
Okay. Next is Shao. I've got a clear instruction from my guides on which city I will be moving to in the coming weeks, but they haven't disclosed the exact location yet. They're asking me to pack everything up now, but how could I know where to send the pack boxes if the future address hasn't been revealed to me?
What has to do with where you want to live. You don't have to go by your guides of where to live. Of course, you go by the vibration of where it feels right. There's nothing wrong with that. But it seems like they're letting you choose the address in that location. Hopefully that makes sense. I believe it does.
And may I request the deceased martial artist Bruce Lee and my reptilian guides to teach me martial arts in astral? My martial arts grading is coming up in weeks' time. Thank you all.
Of course. Yes, you seem to be connecting to them, and you've been talking to them a lot recently, it seems. But I believe you will begin shortly. Blessings.
Okay. Next, Wanda 11. Can you explain what it feels like and looks like to be in 4D?
Yes, you have no problems. Not worried about anything. Yes, there is some, but not like you have here. There's always going to be a little bit of conflict, but it's more of a higher dimensional. It's like you already know the answer, but sometimes reaching it to solve a problem is another story. And here you don't have any answers at all. You have 5 of them. You don't know which one to choose. So you just have a more clear idea of where you're going and where you came from. But there's still mystery within that dimension.
Okay. And second question, what's the best way for me personally to develop my mediumship abilities? Blessings.
Is to connect to those that have crossed over. Some are of celebrity would be good. A Ground Poe seems to have raised his hand. That is one way to start. A Ground Poe seems to be, yes, it seems to be one that's called on. But that's just an example. You can connect to any of those in your history books and then move on from there. It would be good exercise. They'll be happy to connect. Many Egyptian, you say goddesses that like to be connected to also. You have to look into that. Blessings.
Okay, next is Arthur. Does water elemental want to bring messages through for me and for all?
Arthur, the water elemental? Yes, but this, yes.
Okay.
Wait, that's a personal answer, though.
Mm. And second question, what is my spirit guide's name and type of spirit being which is closest to me? Blessings.
What is the name of this being again?
Arthur?
Arthur. It's Palladian, a he, but of course he says he's sometimes a she. Oh, he calls himself he, she. Just to give you an idea of does not matter, gender does not matter. So he's just there. He, she is what he's calling himself, but he has many names. But mostly it's a male vibration, but he's just there to, male and female. You always have male and female vibrations within. He's there to help balance that vibration.
Okay, and next is Amy. The lost spirit named Henry that has been at my house for a while. I tried to help him cross over last week. I want to know how I did. Is he still around or did he go with the angels?
He seemed to have moved up a little bit. I don't believe he's around anymore. He still has hesitation, but he's in a better place, but he has not been fully crossed over yet. He's getting there. He did help, though.
Mm-hmm. I would love to know what my connection is with Archangel Gabriel and how he helps me when I call upon him.
Yeah, it's a love relationship. Interesting enough, though, he says that you had an incarnation where you were his father, another. I think it was another Earth incarnation, actually. Another Earth. 1 moment. Yes, it was a Martian type of environment, or he was your son. He was very disobedient, but you've had a love connection there where you're very a strong connection there. Not going into details though. You've had many incarnations with this one. That's the only one he's showing. Yes, he said that's one of the weirdest ones. That's why I mentioned it. Take you out of your comfort zone. Well, not in a bad way, but just to let you know that the soul can have several different types of environments of incarnation. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Angie S. Will my right eye heal without going to a doctor?
It'd probably still be good to go see a doctor, but you can also use the vibrations within your essence to release whatever negativity is around there. It would probably still be good to see a physician. I would recommend it. But it would be good to use your own vibration to heal it. Go by your own judgment, of course. Blessings.
Okay, second question. Does my higher self have any messages for me? Thank you.
Yes, take life day by day, as you already do. But it seems like sometimes you get worried of the future at times. It's because you have the time traveling vibration, where sometimes you jump timelines and see the future, but you don't always, it doesn't come back in a memory, but some of it does. You might feel your vibration wobble around a little bit. Sometimes you might feel uneven, like you're having an off day. But it does say that you travel into the future more than you might realize, because you're curious. Most of this you clear out as you re-enter, but sometimes when you feel uneasy, seems to have a lot to do with you're seeing a little bit too much of the future than you should. Alternative timelines, it seems. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Donna Riggs. Blessings. Last chat, Neiman brushed on the subject I asked about my father and his military service. Could you give us any more information about what he was involved in while serving? Any messages from her dad? Much love.
All I see is he was connected to Antarctica in the past. I believe he went there secretly from what I'm seeing in Canada also. But a lot of his vibration does seem like around the Maryland area is mostly, at least that's where he received most of his orders from Maryland. So it does seem like he was actually living there from what, because he received most of his orders from there. But I believe he lived in other places though. Yes, he felt pretty much like a spy in some regard. But he's not going to do much detail. He doesn't want to go. He did say he did see reptilians, but he didn't know what it was at the time. Blessings.
Okay. And second question for Donna. Any information from my higher self or guides tonight? Thank you.
Yes, your guides say have a cup of tea. Enjoy your weekend. They do say watch a soap opera or some sort of drama. That's whatever it is that you connect with. Doesn't mean it has to be a soap opera, but like a fictional tale. If you're not into movies, I don't believe that much, but you'd be surprised. Whatever you choose to entertain yourself, you have a galactic connection. And if you use your intuitive vibrations, you'll be able to see where that comes from, the origins of it, in some ways. Such as Casablanca. So we've had scenarios like that on other worlds, though.
And next is Debbie M. Have I ever been taking aboard an ET craft? And if so, what was the reason?
Pleiadians. But it was all friendly. There were some reptilians there, but it was all friendly. Also, Andromedans have been connected to the Andromedan Council you go to on a friendly basis, of course. You do connect to many reptilians on the Andromeda Council, as your knowledge is much needed for them. You also connect to many Greys. At one time, the Andromedans had a lot of problem with the Greys. They have made their peace with them, but you've had a history with Andromedans and the Greys that was not exactly the most positive. That's over now, well, for the most part.
Okay. And any messages from her mother?
All she says is there is a man in your life, but you have not met him yet. That's all she's saying. There's someone there out there, but you have not met him yet. That's all he's saying. That's all she's saying. Lessons.
Okay. And next is Chloe. Why do some souls choose to incarnate as narcissists?
Because they have not gotten over themselves yet. Of course, everyone needs to experience every type of human attribute. With the narcissism vibration, as many do choose on that, is to love themselves, basically. They've had incarnations that don't love themselves at all. So they're focusing more on themselves. So it's another way it's even done through astrology to make sure that they focus on themselves. So otherwise, some of them have come from slave realities when they don't even like themselves anymore. So they incarnate them as a narcissist to get reacquainted with themselves. Sometimes they go overboard, but at least they are caring for themselves. But in other realities, they just kind of gave up. And some of them come from a suicide vibration also to re-get, because some of them do connect to the darker side of narcissism because they haven't quite let go of their past. Blessings.
Okay, second question. How am I doing mental health wise?
I don't know. How are you doing? Well, you're taking things too seriously. Cool down. Have some joy in your life. Taking too many things way too seriously. This is you're adding a lot of stress to yourself that is not needed. And you just find ways of getting too serious. You think you're not making it serious, but you are making it very serious. I believe you see that, though. Blessings.
Okay. And next is, one moment. Just checking the last page of questions. It's reloading.
That's fine. Take your time.
Yes. Okay. And next question is from Carol McLaughlin. Are there any messages for her?
Yes, you've been connecting to the Greys a lot recently. Interesting enough, you went to them and you asked to know more about your past lives. So they are assessing the situation. Now you connect to your guides also, but this way you're connecting to the Greys, because you ask them to keep a lot from yourself, but it seems like you're opening up much of it. They're also saying, this is your guides saying, it is the Adam and Eve vibration that you were connected to in this Earth's past. Of course, not exactly as it has been written in the past, but you are connected to that vibration. You were incarnated during that time. Adam and Eve. They were definitely real, though. Blessings.
Second question. Are there any messages for my daughter, Leia?
Yes, many of the male vibrations she's known in other lifetimes. In this lifetime, she's known in other lifetimes as reptilians. Most of them are. There's one that's a Yael, I believe is connected to music. Of course, all of them are connected to music to some way. One is very musically inclined from what I'm seeing. But most of them are reptilian, and some of them are rough around the edges, it seems, to some degree. They have not given up their old habits, their bad habits, it seems. From what I am connected to, at least. And the reason you connect to them, one moment. It's not being clear. You just have there's no detail on that. Blessings.
Okay, next is symmetry. Any messages from his higher self?
Yes, they say the artistic ability within yourself can be ignited greatly. And to challenge yourself, but also to show everyone what you have. That's the message.
Okay, and any messages for him from anywhere else?
Yes, you had lifetimes on Mars where you're connected to the Anunnaki. There are times when you were actually Martian and you were very connected to Anunnaki. And it does seem like there are times when you let the Anunnaki get too close to the Martians. As there was a barrier there and you kind of opened it a little bit and a little bit too much as they were taking advantage of many of the Martians during the time. They were taken care of and they were pushed away. But it was a great lesson because they were curious and you were curious also. So it kind of got out of hand. As for where all this comes from, in Mars, you were very much an explorer, trying new things. And you even wanted off that planet. And they said they could take you off the planet, but they didn't do that because they kind of got tricked in some regard. Because you wanted to travel, and the Martians weren't allowing it. They kind of, there's more details to that, but I'll do that. That's nice.
Okay, next is Stacy. I had an intense moment with a mother-in-law energy. For a while, I felt as if I had done something wrong, but it was a good moment for growth. She tends to always match me with fight or flight mindset, and I've chosen to distance myself. Do my guides have any messages on that?
This has to do with her mother, correct?
Her mother-in-law energy?
Mother-in-law. Yes, what is going on there is a mother-in-law is challenging you, as you can see. She's just there to challenge you and lower your vibration. It's a very reptilian, great vibration there. From what I am seeing, at least. And you're there to send healing as she is refusing it from what I see at this time. You've been connecting to her, connecting to her in the astral very much, sending her. She has a lot of crocodiles around her and sharks. Not all bad, but she has a lot of unusual beings around her that most usually hang out with. Blessings.
Okay. Second question. Does my higher self have any messages for my highest good?
Yes, you're connecting to the plating vibrations in astral for healing to bring the Yeshua vibration from the Pleiades to this earth also. Yes, I know I am here, but another version of me is called by another name. That you're bringing that vibration here and you're around another version of myself here on this planet. It has to do in the Arabic world. That's all I can say for that. So there's another version of me you are connected to assist humanity.
Okay. And next question is for Marianne A. Any messages for her?
Yes, there's a father vibration. Been trying to connect to you, it seems, from the other side. Palladian. To let you know you're very connected to the Pleiadians, as there was at one time Zeta and Pleiadian wars. And they'd show a queenship, a royalty vibration that you're a part of, where you made a truce with the Zetas and made a friendship. But it was a very questionable time. I believe it was on the planet Era, the Pleiadian world. Blessings.
Okay. And second question, is my role in the I can't say this word, Melchizedek order?
One moment. I have to connect to that. This has to do with a past life, as you can see, where you're very much a child during that time period, and you're just being reawakened. I see a lot of gold around that time where you were. I do see a temple also, but a lot of it's not coming through very clearly of exactly what was going on. There is reptilian energies during that time also. As you were around during that time as a youngster, but as for how far you went in age is unknown to me. It's a lot of that information seems to be closed up at that time. But you can connect to that vibration if you wish. It is a magic within your soul from what I see. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Freddie Collett. That last Tuesday at 22:55, I saw those 3 orbs in the sky following each other and then disappeared. Who was there, and is there a message?
It was Yael and Pleiadian, I believe also reptilian on those ships. Interesting enough, though, they say they've been connecting you to the Syrians, though. As it seems like you left the Syrians in a lifetime. You abandoned their species. You feel like you cannot connect to them anymore. That's their message to you. And you're slowly going back, connecting to this earth because a lot of Syrian vibrations are here. Is you warming up to them again. Because there were times where you just didn't like many do come to this planet. It's like, I'm not going to come to this world ever again. Same thing with the Syrians. You felt the same way. At least in that vibration. So here you're warming up back to them. Because some of them were very difficult to deal with. So you just sort of walked away. And so right now you're going through a healing process of that. From what I see. That is the message from that.
Okay. And second question, what were my galactic past lives with my friend Alexandria? Thanks.
Well, see, it's Arcturian and Amphibian. The Amphibian lifetimes, mostly of Pleiadian, mostly they're the Pleiades, they're not, Pegasus. Look into the Pegasus constellation. Most of it was as for the Amphibian lifetimes. One moment. With Arcturian and angel lifetimes, many angel lifetimes. I do see Rome, but it is not clear. I believe angels during Roman times, but the Roman vibration on another planet, though. No talent here. Listens.
Okay. And next is Bosco. Hi, peace and blessings. Yesterday morning, I had goosebumps like crazy. Who's trying to communicate with me, and what is the message?
Not making themselves clear. Well, it does feel like it's the Pleiadians. It feels like it's a female Pleiadian. Her name is Versera. She has a lot of Venus vibrations around her. Yes, a lot of Venus vibrations. She comes, yes. She is Palladian, but she's had a lot of Venetian, or however you want to word that, Venus lifetimes, basically. And she's letting you know of your Venus connections. You have many incarnations there. And you brought those knowledge into this Earth's environment. That's all she's saying right now. Blessings.
Okay, second question. What are they doing in astral?
Connecting to the Palladians, they show construction, building different types of structures. A lot of this is healing facilities, but for not just Palladians, but for Rays and for reptilians. They call it's like a bathhouse, but not like this Earth would ever understand. But it is a place where many can congregate to heal, to know more about themselves, and also to go from there to incarnate on another planet. It is one of the higher evolved Palladian aspects. Blessings.
Okay, and any messages for me? And that'll be the last of the questions.
Yes, I believe Novak came through earlier, and you were connecting to Novak before he came through. It feels like you were nudging him to come through tonight, from what I'm seeing. You've been connecting to him and also many Zetas. It just seems like you're building a Zeta alliance from what I see with the reptilians and other species, Yael also. It does seem like there's Arturian. I mean, I've not named it yet, but I do see a council you're a part of. Something new. You're just trying something new. Has to do with the Earth's ascension, from what I'm seeing.
Interesting. Well, thank you.
You can, as for naming it, that is up to you. Something you can channel. Also, there's a lot of music there, from what I see, and that's all. You can connect beings that Jim Charles channels. I believe you can feel who has been there. It's a colony what you were created, but I don't see hybrid children there. I see more of a council.
Oh, interesting.
If you've been sleeping a lot, that has a lot to do with your work there. Well, either way, you're very connected. This is something that just happened just recently.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's it for tonight. Thank you very much.
Yes, blessings. Good night to all. All right. Good night. Everyone have a great weekend. Blessings.